Hello and welcome to another Drag Race recap series. Just what you needed was someone else giving their opinions about Drag Race. My name is Aaron. If we've never met before, it's so nice to meet you. Lovely to see everyone here. I love Drag Race. I love drag queens. I love drag kings. I love gender-bending drag. I love all forms of creativity in drag and presenting a whole completely different character. I've been watching Drag Race in season 2. I haven't missed a season. All Stars. I even watch, international seasons. I want to share my love with everybody. I've been watching other recap series. Love listening to other people's opinions. Love disagreeing and agreeing on this great thing called Drag Race because it is a lot of our own football series, right? That people watch football and choose their favorite players, choose their favorite teams, talk about it, what they did wrong, what the coach did wrong. Hey, we can have another recap series and I want to share love, share a gratitude towards all these queens, everyone that loves Drag Race. So this is not a commentary on the person doing the drag, it's the commentary on what they presented. This is no hate. This is all nothing but love. We're on season 17, can you believe it or not? Episode 3, we're on the design challenge. And so here's how we're gonna do it. I'm gonna go down the runway. Did you meet the brief? The brief is Monopoly, so it needs to be opulent. So we give 1 to 5 on the opulence of the Monopoly of it all. And that'll be with the execution as well. And then we'll do the creativity, the ideas, the concepts of how you sold it in a different place. Meeting the brief, execution, creativity, selling it on the runway. So let's go down the runways, and then after the runway, Aaron, erroneous thoughts, and it's just 1 minute. Then I'll just give the whole episode, so it's not too long. I don't go off on too many things unless I have to, but it's just a minute of my personal thoughts, and we'll cover some Untucked as well. So join me. Let's have some fun for this couple minutes together. So the runway theme on this design challenge is Monopulence. So taking Monopoly themed colors and then making an opulent gown or an opulent creation of some sort. So let's start with Lucky Stars. Now, I love Lucky Stars. I love creative queens like this. I think outside of the box, and I do different concepts and use unconventional materials. And this was your challenge to show that, to show your creativity. I think that people get really in their minds about, but I have to show something different. They want to see something different. They want to see me do this and be outside the box. Right now, they just need to see you still. And I feel bad for Lucky because I love her so much. And I think that this just got in their way of thinking that they should do something completely different than what they actually do in drag. And they tried to do this beautiful gown, be a beautiful girl kind of thing. Fortunately, their makeup typically is off the charts, but this makeup, man, ooh, it's rough. It's rough. It's rough. Sorry. For the brief, for meeting the brief, the Monopulence, and the execution, I think I'm gonna have to go with 1. This is opulent, and I don't think the execution was well. For the creativity, it's not very creative, and you're the creative queen. You didn't really sell it down the runway, so I'm gonna give you a 2 because I feel for you and I love you, girl. Just give it that way. Altogether, Lucky Stars for this runway, putting the points together, that 1, that 2 makes a 3, which is typically my lucky number. But we didn't want this for you. You were the queen to look out for. That she was gonna do so well. I thought that last week, so unfortunately not. Hormona Lisa. Now, Hormona Lisa, I really didn't think she was gonna do well this episode. I didn't think that this would be a thing that she'd be great at, but she did great, and the whole Stonegate of it all. But she looks beautiful. She looks really great, and it's really well done. I think that for meeting the brief, it's opulent, and she's within the color scheme that she was given. The execution looks great to me. I mean, this is done within a day or two, maybe even just a day, a couple hours. I don't really know what their timing was for this, and I don't even think she needed the stones that were all the drama about was the stone. So great job. So I say for meeting the brief and the execution, we're going 4. Now, creativity and presentation, I'm going 3. It's whatever. Well done, but it's not crazy creative. So altogether, a 4, a 3 makes a 7. Now it's time for Lexi Love. Now, I love that she is a runway girl, that she thinks fashion. This was, to me, not opulent. For me, it's great. It's a great dress, great garment. You executed your idea very well. So execution looks great, and I love the idea of the flowing back, the fabric, because that makes sense with this kind of challenge. First moment was great. So I wish that we could have somehow had you holding it, and then as you went to the runway, then let it go, so we could see it behind you as you went horizontal. Oh no, totally. So the judges could see it, rather than it be behind you. So for meeting the brief, it's like a 3 because the execution's great. So a 3. I don't think it's opulent, but you did a really great job. And then the creativity, great. Yeah, great thought. But the presentation, so I think it's another 3. I think 3 and 3. I think that's it. A 6. Susie 2, girl, I love you, and you surprised me. Wow, you surprised me. I love when I get surprises like this. I really was like, ooh, she's gonna be like bottom 3. Like, she won't be in the bottom, but she was gonna be at the bottom. That's how I was feeling for her. But this looks hot, gorgeous, and I love the little she-devil thing because that brings like your little edge that you always have to it. Not that you're a ghoulish girl, but that you have like you gotta be beautiful with it. Little thing to do on top of it, literally on top. So I think that like meaty opulent for sure. Execution, well done. Like, to me, that's like I think I'll give it a 5. First five. Yeah. Now the presentation and creativity, I think it's like a 4, a 9. Like, it's good, it's creative, but it's not like wildly out this. I want that 5 with the creativity and the presentation to be like, I'm floored. And I wasn't necessarily floored, but definitely a 4. So 9. Ari Eddie. Ooh, girl. Yes. This is so good. It's opulent. It's like we get who you are. Like, we know your frame of mind and your frame of drag. And loved this. You looked great. Beautiful. Execution, obviously, and meeting the brief, 5. Come on. 5. The creativity of it. Yeah, and the presentation. I don't know. There's something that's a little oomph that I wanted to be like floored, but it's so well done. Let's give it 10s. 10s for this. 10s for Ariadne, for sure. Loved this. So well done. So creative. You were my second pick. I'm going to now give myself 2 picks each week. I knew you'd do well. I really felt that. It was you and Lucky Stars, I thought. So half right, half wrong. Lana Jarre. I just expected more. Because you are a look girl. It's kind of like that thing with Simone in season 13. Like, she's such a great look girl, and I loved all of her looks. And then she did a design challenge. It was kind of like, ooh. So these aren't your creations or your ideas, but not necessarily your creation. No hate, just kind of the truth, right? So for me, like, it's like a 2. A 2 for me on the opulence and the execution. And the creativity, I think, is also a 2. I mean, you're beautiful. You could sell any garment, but it's a 2. So 4. Acacia forgot. I thought she was my second girl to look out for. Like, I thought she was going to do bad, and this isn't terrible. I don't think it's necessarily opulent. It's not an opulent gown, but I expected my expectations were so low. I think that I get, no matter what, was going to be pretty amazing in comparison to what I thought. So I think for execution and meeting the brief, I'll go 3. Creativity, it's her wheelhouse. It's just what she likes. She likes that Dolly Parton 80s vibe. So she did that. And the presentation, I think 3. So I think I'm say my 2 and my 3 and give it a 5. Corey King. Now, this is all of my reviews as I'm watching it. So I don't like to be swayed in any kind of way. And to me, is it opulent? No. Is it well done? Yes. So for me, that's a 3, right? And then she just sold the hell out of it. I thought this was like a 3 of selling it. And maybe I'm just biased towards the Corey King. And I like that it's kind of Muppety. Like, I enjoy that. I don't know if that's her though, right? Like, I don't know if that's her. So to me, this was just like a safe. This was not a low. This was like a safe. I'm gonna stick with what I said when I was watching the episode. 6. Now, Lydia Butthole Collins. I love that freaking name, Butthole. This was weird and different and interesting, and I don't know what I was really looking at. It was kind of like kind of a mess. I don't know if it was opulent, but the execution is there. And so I think it's a 3, but the selling of the garment and the creativity, I'm going to give it like a 3.5. 6.5. Let's just go 4 for her. 7. Joella. Joella. Too bad you're not a Rihanna stan. You're a Katy fan. Girl, I think we all know. Yeah, it's a bathing suit. It's a leotard. It's a dance costume, which is fine. This is opulence. This is a 1. And the way you sold it, I guess I'll give it a 2 for the grade. It's not creative at all, but your presentation will give it an extra point. Girl, this is a 3. Oh, but you give good TV, girl. You give good TV. Not good runway, but good TV. Anya Nerve. Now, I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be pretty biased. I've been firm with her, though. I have not given any of her runways anything really great. But this, the execution, well done. Your first gown, well done. Yes, it's a tube dress. Cool, it's a tube dress. So what? That's not, no one said you had to do like out of this world stuff necessarily. It just had to look good at what you could do. Tube dress, looks great, executed well, opulent. So to me, I was like a 4. Presentation, creativity. It's not like wildly creative, but it's fun. It's different than anyone else really did. And presentation is a 5. So we're going 9 here. I love Anya Nerve's nerve, and I love Anya Nerve's charisma. I don't think that's necessarily, I don't know if her charisma is reading to the other contestants. I don't think they get what she presents on that main stage. I don't think they fully understand what she is together. Because when she's on TV and she's on that runway, RuPaul loves her. I love her. She's lovable right through that camera. Now comes the other player in the trim gate of it all. It is Jewel Sparkles. And, you know, I'll say, like, I think that they are both in this whole, like, fight over, like, who was supposed to have the trim and who got it first and finders, keepers, all that. Jules, you should have told her in the moment. Like, but maybe you're not that kind of confrontational girl. Maybe it's after the fact. And Anya obviously should have been communicating, and they obviously both know that they're in the wrong in some way on both ends of that, right? There was no communication. She could have told her. Anya could have asked her more properly, but it made good TV, so we thank you. We don't have many fights. You know, it's been a while. It's been Kumbaya, RuPaul. It's been niceties, and I like this. It's not personal. It's drag. For Jules Sparks, these names get confusing. Executed well. It's opulent. Whatever. So I think the 3. But she's a great presenter. She looks gorgeous and creative, kinda. So I think I'm doing 3 and 3, 6. Okay, so here we go. Samstar. This is where it gets tricky because I really do think that no matter what, this is my opinion. This is like a for me. What kind of drag is for me? And I'm gonna judge as unbiased as I can. Now, her drag is not for me. I'm not like a big opulent pageant girl, right? But you cannot deny this is really well constructed. That is wild what she could do in that amount of time. And so it's executed well. It's opulent. So I'll give it a 5. Come on, she did a really good job. But then, like, for me, presentation, she's beautiful. She's gorgeous. She knows how to do this. She is that girl on that stage with this kind of garment. But it's not like we're seeing this kind of thing, right? We've seen this kind of drag, and it's something like new, fresh concept. So for me, I'll give her like a 4 because she presented it well. It's just not for me. So I can't go with that 5. A 9. Crystal Envy. This, again, another girl that's just not for me. The drag isn't for me. It's for someone else, and I hope you love her. And I hope that she receives all the love. For me, she's just not my kind of drag. But she's obviously talented and obviously beautiful. I think the execution is like 3. The presentation is like 3. I just don't feel any kind of freshness. I don't think she's found her voice fully yet. And I think she's young, so she'll find it. That's just not, for me, at this moment, on this Drag Race stage, there's just nothing exciting about Crystal Envy for me. So 6. And that concludes the runway. For me, the most points was obviously Arietti, 10. Gave her a 10. And then, you know, I think that Susie Toot, Samstar, Anya Nerve would be like, any of those could be with her up in those top 3. I mean, the lowest girls were both Joella and Lucky Star, so I think I have to go, Lucky Stars was the lowest for me, because at least Joella had a beautiful face, and just all across the board, Lucky just wasn't your night, unfortunately. Still my kind of drag. And I cannot believe this. I can't believe that this is happening on this. I did not expect this with Lucky Stars. Now here comes what I think is a really fun part about my whole series, is I'm going to give my erroneous thoughts. Is erroneous? Aaron's my name. Erroneous thoughts about the whole episode. So I only have 1 minute to do this. So I do a little stopwatch. I have a minute to get through it and just tell you off the top of my head. But also I do have a little bit of notes so I don't forget things. But I haven't pre-read them. They're literally just things I would write as I was watching the episode. So I might not get through all of the whole episode. I'm going to try my best. I only have a minute to give you my erroneous thoughts. We're going in 3, 2, 1. Okay, I love these girls. They are giving us such great TV right off the bat when they get back in that workroom. TV. They are pressed about the whole thing. Love them doing a Monopoly challenge. I love the game Monopoly. It's great. They could have got a little more of the concept, I think. And why are they so mad about Harmona's way of getting there? Like, get over it. So what? RuPaul picked her. Why are you holding it against this girl because of it? I don't get it, really. And I love that they showed the results as such drama, such great drama. I can't believe how low people voted on Anya Nerve. I'm still upset about it. Like, these girls don't get it. And they are just giving TV that whole Trimgate, beautiful. They didn't show us giving that she said not to take the trim. So it makes me feel like they want us to side with Anya Nerve and think that Jules is a little off her rocker. But I'm okay with that because I love Anya Nerve. But I wonder what really went down. And also, Lexi, why are you tattling on people? But I also am like, Hormona, come on, girl. They just are against her. They are coming for you. So you gotta, stop. But they are coming for you. So you really gotta play by the rules. They are calling you out. Why tattling though? But I also am a stickler for rules, so I kind of get it. Lip sync time. Great lip sync song. I love Paula Abdul. They've been great lip sync songs all the time. The whole time. And the bottom two were right. That was the rightful bottom two that should have been there, unfortunately. We know the rules. Well, just in general, don't take your shoes off. And taking your clothes off, during the design challenge, just keep it on. I know it's in the way, but use it. Use what you've got. I know you're in the heat of the moment, but Lucky, it just wasn't for you. Well, let's be real. Joella wasn't even that great. She was fine. So for being the Asian premier drag queen, the iconic looks queen from LA, it was like whatever. You like won by like a slight over. If she kept her shoes on, we might have a different story. But Rue does not like those shoes coming off, and I don't like it either. Unfortunately, our Lucky Stars is gone, and we knew that we all know that this is rigged. Come on, like they can decide whoever they want to pull that handlebar down, right? We all know, and we knew that Hormone already got it. They wanted to keep her. They're not going to also the next week do Lucky Stars. It's just unfortunate that this is the way it went down. I thought they were going to go further. I thought they were like midway. So unfortunate. Love you, Lucky. But also the outline, not it, girl, not it, girl. Don't tell Rue how to say her name. Try to be cute. Untucked tidbit. Find one moment in Untucked to talk about, and I think we all know Untucked is giving this season. It's what it's supposed to be. These girls are giving us what we need. Feels like old school Drag Race, which that's how I made me fall in love with it. So, Joella and the crying girl. Oh my God. And the fact that she just thinks that listen, I'm not from LA, but I live in the LA area and I see many drag shows in LA. I haven't heard of you. No one really talks about you. Not saying you're not iconic. I'm just saying you're not that girl. The fact that she put her in in the delusion of the placement of there's so many iconic girls that show up and then don't do well, and now I'm one of them because I can't keep beauty and then people on the ladder going down. Oh my gosh, girl. Thank you. I love Lucky Stars. And when you're both in the bottom two together, I was like, oh, I really need to keep Joella though for TV, but I want to keep Lucky for because I love the drag. But you are giving, you are the gift that keeps giving in this way. You are television gold. And the fact that you went up to Lucky Stars to basically tell her, I just feel bad that you're not going to be here. That's just wild. You said something like that. I can't remember fully what the phrasing was, how bad you feel that you're going to have to send her home and she's not going to be here. And not even in a funny way. You just were a bitch about it. Great TV. And Lucky's face. Great TV. Watch Untucked. Like Rue says, I don't know if they even say it anymore. You're only getting half the story with this season. And so then we're going to do this fun little leaderboard. Who are the top 3 queens starting from episode 3? Number 1 already has the most points with me. That's 10. And then number 2, I'm going with Anya Nerve. She's got 9. And then 3, I'm giving it the slight edge to Susie 2. And, Sam Star's right there. So that's my top 3 queens. My top 2 for next week. It's a acting, fun, silly challenge. And I think I'm going to do 2 top players that are going to do well, the queens to look out for. I'm betting on Anya. I think I'm going Anya. I want to say Corey, but something tells me Susie. I'm doing an Anya Corey. No, Anya Susie. Anya Susie. Anya and Susie. Final answer. I think the bottom will be Acacia. Her personality is just too small. I don't think she'll rise to that occasion. And I'm going to say Crystal. Those are my 2 low. Crystal and Acacia, look out for. Anya Nerve and Susie Toot, look out for them. They're going to do great. Thank you all for listening. And if you want, subscribe. I'll be doing this every week. And I might add in other shows and other movies that I've watched. So if that's just your cup of tea, and I do a bunch of dance stuff too. So if you like this, subscribe. And comment below. I love to talk to people. It's about reaching out. Let's have communication and talk about how you don't like something that I said, or they did like. Hopefully more love than hate, but I'm fine with disagreeing. No hate. Happy Drag Race.